All right, what's up? Welcome to the Full Velocity Overview Call. My name is James Ward. I'm going to be your host here tonight. Definitely excited to get this thing rolling. I asked everybody where they're calling in from. We got a big list here, so I'm going to welcome everybody. We got Virginia, Tennessee, we got Colorado, Ireland. I got a little Irish in me, maybe you can tell. Australia, Western Australia. Welcome, Charlotte, North Carolina, New York, Indiana. Alberta, Canada, Denver, California, Dallas, Texas, Nigeria. Man, that's late there. Los Angeles, welcome. Australia again, Jersey Shore. Let's see here. Houston, Texas, West Palm, Houston, Ontario, Turkey, Brooklyn, New York, Lincoln, Nebraska. Welcome. As you can see, folks, we have people all around the globe that are here tonight. And I'm excited to be able to share this with you. So, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to ask for a little bit of interaction, not too much, but I'm going to ask you a couple questions along the way. If you can just answer me in the chat, that would be awesome. Starting with, can you see my PowerPoint? So, give me just 1 second here. All right, if you can give me a number one that you can see my PowerPoint, that will definitely help me, and we're going to get this thing started. Awesome. Thank you all so much. That helps. Okay, so if you're just jumping into the room, I do want to welcome you here to the Full Velocity Overview Call. My name is James Ward. I'm the owner, I'm the CEO of Full Velocity. I also get to be your host here tonight, and pretty excited to be able to have the opportunity to share this with you. Just because there's so much things that are going on in a positive way. And I know what you're going to learn here tonight is something that you're going to see is very different and intentionally different, right? So let's get this thing started here. I want to start with just who we are as a company. Obviously, I already introduced myself. We have other staff, customer support staff, our programming teams, our development teams, all different things in place. But who are we? What do we do as a company? Full Velocity is a technology company. We offer scripts, excuse me, and bots, which in turn our users can deploy on third-party exchanges to participate in cryptocurrency markets. I don't usually read stuff verbatim, right? You're going to see I'm pretty off the cuff with most of this stuff, but I think it's really important, especially this slide, for you to understand exactly who we are and also what we're not. We are not a financial institution. We are not a financial services company. We do not manage. We do not control. We do not have custody of any of our users' funds. Now, that's really important. And as we go through this conversation here, and I tell you a little bit more about what we do and what we don't do, you're going to see why that is so important. But I want you to keep that in your mind that we are intentionally different than every other company out there that I've seen. Now, I want to start here tonight also with the cryptocurrency market. Now, whether you are brand new to the cryptocurrency market, meaning you don't even have a wallet, or you're someone that is an experienced trader, I believe that Full Velocity can add some value to your life today. Now, some of you who have been in this market, you're going to be like, yeah, man, this is exactly what's happening. The cryptocurrency market is a volatile market, right? If you compare it to the other markets out there, whether it be the currency markets like Forex, the stock market, the commodities market, whatever you would like to compare it to, and I guess cryptocurrencies are technically a commodity, but when you look at the volatility inside of the market, you know that it's pretty big, right? Even if you're not in it, most likely you've seen a lot of news articles out there. You've seen a lot of people talk about the ups and downs of the crypto market. Now, most of the time when people are talking about the market, right? When they talk about the market on the stock market, they're talking about the Dow, right? That's usually what they talk about, sometimes the NASDAQ. When you're talking about the cryptocurrency market, you're traditionally talking about Bitcoin, right? And the reason why you start with Bitcoin is because that's the biggest, and a lot of different coins are correlated to Bitcoin. So when Bitcoin goes up, it goes up. When it goes down, you see it go down. Now, that's not true in every aspect of the markets, but as a whole, you can generally look at it and see it like that. And what we know is that the cryptocurrency market takes huge swings, right? On the upside and the downside. In fact, I mean, if you looked back just about a few months ago in December and January, we had one of the biggest corrections that have ever happened. In fact, it was the biggest correction in the last year where the market went down almost 50%. The good news is what I'm going to share with you here today is going to take some of that emotion out of the market and just let you know that our Full Velocity bot, our technology, actually really thrives in challenging times, right? So in the times where the markets are getting crushed, the times when the markets are going really well, we thrive in those situations, right? So I'm going to tell you all about that as we get going here, but it's really important for you to understand we do good in really high volatile times and also in high volume times, okay? okay? And we'll talk more about that as we get going. Now, you've already heard me say a couple times, we are intentionally different. And what I mean by that is Full Velocity is all about giving you control of your own funds. Now, I know in the traditional sense of when it comes to managing your money, that sounds like pretty obvious, right? Every company should do that. But that's usually not generally how it works, right? Usually what happens is companies want you to send money to them, and then they want to trade on your behalf, right? And then something has to happen. Either you have to keep it in there a certain amount of time, your money has to double, whatever it is. There's some type of hoops that you need to jump through in order to be able to get your funds back. What we're going to talk about here today is something that, again, is very different than what you've seen out there. And as I said in the beginning of this presentation, we never actually touch your funds as a company, right? We are just a technology provider. And that's so important for you to understand that you're going to have control. So I want to talk more in depth. What does control really look like to you? What does that mean? And why is it so important? Well, first of all, you're going to have access to 100% of your funds at any time. Now, let me clarify something, okay? Because there's been some confusion when I say this. This is actual trading that you're going to see inside of our system. We're going to talk more about the strategies and things like that here in just a second. But anytime you have real trading, there's ups, there's downs, there's sideways markets. And we happen to trade in what's called the futures market, right? So there are some margin aspects to that, meaning that there is some leverage. Now, I'm not going to go all into that yet because I'm going to get into it, but I want you to be clear. You're going to have access to all of your funds that are available at that point in time, right? So there are going to be funds that are trading and things like that. And we'll get more into that and show you exactly what I mean here in just a second. But I want you to imagine for a second a world where you didn't have to wait, 90 days. I saw one today, no joke, that was 800 days. You had to wait 800 days to get whatever they were promising you back. Are you kidding me? That's like a lifetime to a lot of people, right? Most people can't even wrap their heads around that. But it's either that or you got to double, you got to do all these different things. There are none of that with Full Velocity. If you started right this very second, okay, you funded your bot and you said, you know what, this just isn't for me. I want my money back. You can withdraw it. You don't even deal with us. We never touch your funds. You withdraw it on your own account. So it's a really cool thing. There's no lockup periods. Just, saying the same exact thing. Nobody has control of your funds except for you. We don't even know how much money that you're putting into it, right? So that's a very cool thing. There's no withdrawal fees ever except for the general everyday blockchain fees, right? So if you're to go take any type of conversion or any type of withdrawal in cryptocurrency, there's always fees built into it. But what I'm telling you is we as Full Velocity are not going to charge you fees on top of that for withdrawing your funds early. Very important for you to understand. Full transparency. You're going to know exactly what coins are trading. You're going to know exactly what open trades there are. You're going to be able to see all aspects of that. And that's so important because, a lot of times we've seen companies out there that they don't show anything, number one. And what they do show oftentimes are like screenshots of previous trades and things like that. So you're going to be able to see some of this, which is going to be really cool. Now, I want to talk just in general about the cryptocurrency market and how it differentiates from the rest of the markets out there. And I want to be clear on something. I have no problem with any other markets, right? So the stock market, great market, right? I was involved in that for over a decade of my life. I actually manage money. So I'm cool with the stock market, but it's only 5 days a week, right? We got the Forex market, same exact thing, 5 days a week. Commodities market, except with the exclusion of cryptocurrency. You're looking at most of these platforms, they're 5 days a week. Inside of the cryptocurrency market, you have the potential to earn 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Now, I use the word potential because look, folks, this is real trading, right? That doesn't mean that every single time you look up, the system's going to be up. That is not reality, right? There are ups and downs to every aspect of real trading. And you're going to hear me go back to this multiple times. And the reason why is because I know that you've seen companies out there that are saying, hey, you can earn X% a day every single day. Well, that's not real. That's not reality. There's never been a trader in the world that's been able to produce the same exact rate of return every single day. So we know that that's not real, right? You're going to see something different every single day, and that's what is real, okay? So let's get this thing going and talk about the ease of use. Now, I always talk about my mom when I talk about this because I have what I call the mom test. My mom's not very technical. So when I look at full velocity and I look at what we can do for folks and what is the barrier of entry, right? A lot of platforms, you have to jump through a lot of different hoops in order to get started, right? There's some of you here tonight that are watching this. You don't even have a Bitcoin wallet or a cryptocurrency wallet. You've never even taken the time to set it up. You say to yourself, you're not technical enough to do it. Well, if that's you, or even if you're very seasoned, the barrier to entry inside of Full Velocity is so simple. And in fact, the company that we have partnered with and we've integrated with, that's a better word. We're not necessarily partners, but we have integrated with is called Dart. Okay. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about Dart as we get going here, but what Dart does, Dart allows you to participate inside of our technology using multiple different currencies. So if you wanted to use Bitcoin, if you wanted to use Ethereum, Litecoin, USDC, USDT, bank wires, even Zelle if you're in the US. Now, those last two, I want you to think about this for a second. How many times have maybe you've talked to people about getting in the cryptocurrency? They're like, look, I don't even have that wallet. Remember what I said. Some of you don't have that technical ability to do it. We're actually going to allow you to get started here if you choose to by wiring funds in, right? Now, when I say we don't actually receive the funds. I'm talking about Dart. So the company that we are integrated with that you're going to be actually be able to set up your free account with. It doesn't cost anything to get started with them. You're going to be able to manage every aspect of your business. But what's really cool about that company is they give you all these different options to fund your account. And I think that that's really important if you think about it, as I said, because 95% of people out there in the world today, they still have no understanding or knowledge of cryptocurrency. So this is a great place for beginners to get started with as well. Now, this slide is a little bit overwhelming, especially if you are new. This is going to be a little bit overwhelming. I'm not going to read this entire thing to you. You can read it as I'm talking here. But what we're going to talk about right this very second is the strategy which we use inside of Full Velocity, the strategy in which our technology uses right this very second to produce what we do in the way of results for the people that use our technology, okay? So what I want to talk about is I want to talk about what we do and what we don't do. Let's start with what we don't do, okay? Number one, we are not a martingale system. Now, if any of you are gamblers out there, you might have heard the term martingale, which you probably know. Every time you lose, you double your bet, right? Kind of the same strategy inside of a bot system. We don't do that. That is way too risky for what we do. In fact, what you're looking at here is a very conservative strategy when it comes to cryptocurrency. We have no repeat buys. We have no big drawdowns. Now, a drawdown, okay, essentially a drawdown, basically what that means is it's how much your account has to go down in order to get into profit. Think about it like this. If you owned a house today and your house is worth $100,000, okay? I know that's pretty low, but let's just say it's worth $100,000. And let's say the next year it goes all the way down to 75,000. The market corrects, interest rates go up, the supply goes up, whatever the situation is, the price of your house decreases to 75,000 on paper, right? You didn't sell it, it just decreased. Let's say the next year interest rates start to drop, the price of the houses go up, the demand goes down, or it goes up, supply goes down. So you're now in a position that your house is increased in value. Let's say it goes all the way to 150,000. Okay, so you went down to 75,000, which is a 25% drop to get all the way back up to a 50% profit, right? That 25%, that's the drawdown. That's what a drawdown is called. And you don't necessarily have to know what that means, but I want you to understand it, okay? So let's talk about this strategy in which we use inside this Full Velocity bot. I'm going to read just the first part of this to get it out. Then I'm going to tell you in layman's terms what it means, okay? The Full Velocity bot is a hedge-based trading system that simultaneously takes a long and a short position to create a natural hedge. Now, what does that even mean? It means this, okay? When we go out there and our system and our technology works, we're playing both the upside, which is considered a long position, and the downside, which is called a short position. That means that if the market flies up, you're going to participate. If the market gets crushed, you're going to be able to participate in that as well. It's a very cool strategy, but the most important thing about it is the conservative side of it, okay? It allows you to have some really amazing opportunities for upside potential, but it also protects you from that downside as well, because we are playing both sides of it. Now, in addition to that, this is not what would be considered a high leverage bot. And what I mean by that is we are trading in the futures market, okay? So anytime you trade in the futures market, you are trading with what is called margin or leverage. Now, many of these bots, many of these companies out there, they're trading at what, 50, 100 times, the value there. So they're really strapping it on as far as leverage is concerned. We are much more conservative with that. It's much lower than that. So you're not going to see these huge, massive swings, but we are going to get to participate in the market and protect you at the same time. And that's what's important. So let's talk about what our bot has actually done. If you remember, I told you in December and January, we had the biggest correction, the biggest downturn. The market went down, right? The most that it had in the last 12 months happened in December and January. In fact, it dropped about 50%. And that was a brutal time. I know people personally that got completely wiped out because they were so leveraged with their account. They thought that we had hit the bottom. They go in there, they leverage more. They thought we hit the bottom again, they leverage more. Next thing they know, they have no more money to put in. Their margin gets called, their leverage is out of control, and their account is wiped out completely. Be a pretty tough situation to be in. And what's so amazing about these bots is it takes the emotional aspect out of trading, okay? We as humans, I don't care who you are, if you're the best trader in the world, there are some emotions that go into your decisions, right? Most of the time it's based on fear and greed. The fear that you're going to miss out, the greed that you want more, the fear that it's going to go down, it's never going to come back, the greed that you want more. However you want to put it, our emotions get involved. When you're dealing with technology, there's no emotions involved, right? It is making those trades based on the movements of the market and what is seen by the algorithm. It has nothing to do whether I think or anyone else thinks the market's going up or down. That becomes irrelevant. So in the worst month of the last 12 months, in January, our bot did 15.1%, okay? I just told you the market was down 50%. We did 15.1% in that month. That's a pretty awesome deal, right? I mean, while other people were getting wiped out, we were actually doing amazing for our clients. So the maximum drawdown, remember that drawdown, how much it had to go down in order to get that 15.1%, is if you would have looked at the worst time in your account, you would have seen it was down 19.4%. Now, that's what the average has been, around that 19 to 20% every single day. You're going to see your account. It could potentially look like that at any point in time that you do it. If you allow the bot to do its job, though, you're going to continuously see that we actually have profits over time. So what have we done? Because this is just 1 month, right? I mean, anyone can do something for 1 month. Well, since March of 2020, okay, or 2021, I wish it was 2020, 2021, we have averaged 2.4% a week. Not too bad. That I said a week, not a month. Now, I want to be clear on something. I always take some time on this slide to talk about the two different types of people. There's the people that have no interest in cryptocurrency right now. All they want to do is deal with banks, maybe deal with their stockbroker. Those people are the people that they go to the bank, they earn 0.5% a year, right? Not a day. I'm not talking a day, 0.5% a year. And they're completely cool with that, right? The bank's probably making 7-8% on their money. They pay them 0.5%. That's why you see so many banks, right? Your stockbroker, if you go to your stockbroker, remember, I did this for a decade. They're going to show you 8 to 10% rate of return, depending on what your risk tolerance is. Okay. So if you're highly, adverse to risk, they might show you 4 to 6%, but they're probably going to show you 8 to 10% most of the time. Okay. Now, very rarely you're going to see a broker show you more than that because they'll start to get some compliance issues. So people are fine with that, and there's nothing wrong with that. Now, there's another type of person, though, and that's the people that have been involved in cryptocurrency and maybe currently are involved in cryptocurrency. In fact, I would bet some of you watching here today, if I said, hey, we average 2.4% a week, just like I just did, there's no guarantee that that's going to happen. You would say to yourself, man, James, I know companies that are paying 1% a day or 2% a day or 5% a day or what other crap is out there. And I'm sorry, that's lack of a better word. I don't even know what else to call it. We know, and you know deep down inside, whether you admit it to yourself or not, that is not real. Any company that is paying any type of fixed percent, most of the time, I can't say 100% of the time, so let's just go 99.9% of the time, is not really trading. It doesn't happen like that, folks. Real traders do not produce the same exact amount every single day. That is not the way things work, right? We all know that, but you constantly see misrepresentation in this cryptocurrency market. So if you're one of those people that you're watching this here today saying, James, look, man, I can get 1% a day over here. I want to encourage you to go do that, but just know this, okay? In 3 to 6 months, when that company is gone and your money is gone as well, I want you to revert back to this webinar and remember what I told you, okay? It's not real. What we do here is real. And 2.4% a week, averaging that, there's no guarantee that it's going to continue like that. But to average that for over a year, folks, it's absolutely phenomenal no matter how you look at it. Okay. So we're very proud of what we do here. Now, what I want to talk about right now is our real-time system. Okay. We have a real-time system built into our technology that basically shows you profits and losses as they happen. Now, I have to be really transparent with you. I'm going to show you our back office here. So I'm going to stop this for just a second, and I'm actually going to show you another screen here. Give me just a second. Hold on one second. I got to get logged into this account. I apologize. As you can tell, this is live here. I've got like 5,000 screens open, so that doesn't help. Give me just one second. I'll get this logged in, okay? Should already had it logged in. Okay, so I have to do my two-factor authentication. So you're seeing me do this live here. So you guys know this is, I know you can't see it right this very second, but I am doing it. So give me just a second here. Okay, so I am logged in. So let me share this with you, okay? So you guys can actually see what we're doing here. And I want to show you, I think it's important. Would you guys agree? Just give me a number one again. If you agree, it's important to be able to see what you're actually going to be getting inside of the DART system and using our technology. Give me a number one if you think that's important. Because oftentimes you come to these things and you don't have a clue what's going on, right? So yeah, exactly. Everyone's giving me a number one. It's really important. So what you're looking at here, by the way, it's a demo account, but it's real in the sense that you can see what is going on. Okay. So what we're looking at here is the DART system. If you remember, I told you that we are integrated with a company called DART. Okay. And DART is basically a layer company that they basically take all the information from the exchanges where all the trading is being done, and they're relaying it directly to you here. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and go to the trade wallet. And then when I go to trade scripts, do you remember when I told you what our company does? It's a technology company that creates trade scripts and bots. Those are the same thing. Okay. A trade script and a bot is the exact same thing. Right now, we only have one trade script, and it's called Full Velocity Flex. So we're going to go ahead here and click Trading Report. Now, what this is going to do is it's going to take us to probably the most important page that you're going to see here tonight. And it's going to show you how our bot is done. Now, this is the last 7 days, but I mean, I could go here. Let's go for the last 30 days. Okay. And you can kind of see how our bot has done, right? If you look right here on the 19th, I think that was, I don't know, don't quote me on this. We've had, since we've been live to the public, so since February 2nd of 2022. Actually, I think the 8th is when we actually did our first bot trading and everything like that. We have had one day that was considered basically flat. It was down 0.0001. So basically 0% is what we did, flat. Every other day we've had success. Now, again, there's no indication that that's going to continue, but that is what we've done. But what I want you to pay attention to here, down here, is I want to show you a couple different things. If you remember, I talked about available balance, right? I told you like, hey, if you wanted access to your money, you could go in here and you could actually take your money anytime you want. But I also told you that some of your money is tied up, right? It is in trading. So if you look at this utilization right here, this utilization of 24%, basically what that's saying is of my $595 that I have inside of this system, 24% of it is currently tied up into trades. So you might be asking yourself, well, James, okay, if you're telling me that 24% is tied up into trades, why could I only have 60% of my money available? Well, remember, we trade on margin, right? We trade in the futures market. So some of this is tied up in margin. Now, these two numbers change regularly, and they're actually going to be going a lot lower is what I'm told. So the good news is like, this is probably going to be usually around that 80 to 85 to 90% where you could get access to it. We also have a new feature that we're coming out with that I want to tell you about just really quickly while we're on this. It's going to give you the ability to actually pause your bot anytime you want and let the trades finish where it won't trade anymore for you and you can take your funds. Now, you can deactivate anytime you want, but this would be a new feature to actually pause things instead of just selling everything. So it's a really cool thing. Now, lastly, I want to talk about this down here, open trades. Currently, we have 120 open trades that are currently trading inside of our system. And here are the different coins that we are trading. Now, if I guessed, a lot of you wouldn't even know what Atom is or Matic or Near. You probably would know what Polkadot is. You might know what Luna is, AAVE, and Unify. Like some of you might know, some of you may not. Most of these coins, even though they have market caps of 100 million, a lot of people don't even know what they are. But what I want to do here is I want to go ahead here and click on snapshot. Okay. And what I want to do is I want to go down here and I want to start showing you some of these trades that are happening here. Okay. So if we go to April 8th, let's just go to April 8th here, you'll see that we did 0.2% that day. Okay, 0.2% that day. Now, the reason I know that is because on April 8th, this was the last one that it actually reported. Okay, here's April 9th. If we go to April 7th, we did 0.185. Now, some of you are looking at this saying, James, I can get 1% over here. I get it. I know you can, right? For a little bit of time. But as we get going here, I mean, we've had some days that are in the 0.8, I think 0.82 or 0.89 has been our highest day out there. But you can see right here, we did almost 0.5%. Same thing here on the 6th, the 5th, we did 0.1. So my point in showing you this is not to go through every single one of these numbers. It's to show you how the system works and what you're going to be able to have access to. Now, here's the key thing, and then we're going to get out of here, okay? Let's say that I got in a situation where I needed my money. I needed it right this very second. All I'd have to do is go to withdrawal right here and enter the amount that I want, and I could take my money out. There's no waiting. There's no lockup periods or anything like that. So it's super cool. So I'm going to go on and stop sharing this. And, oh, you know what? I'm going to show you one more. Actually, I'm not. I'm just going to tell you this, okay? We have a feature inside of the system as well that also allows you to compound if you would like to. So if you'd like to compound your gains, you can do that. You can take them, but the profits are in real time, okay? So as your profits hit your account, I want you to imagine being able to take those every single day, every single hour. If we have a profit every hour, you literally could take that. There's no waiting whatsoever. So it is such a cool feature and gives you the liquidity and access that you need to your money. So if you'd like to have an idea of what it looks like for you, like really like, you know, if I put $500 in or $1,000 in, what does it actually look like? You can go to the link of the person that sent you here today. And we actually have a calculator there that you can manage and see what it would look like to compound it, not compound it. It's your unique experience, which is really cool. So I gave you a lot of information, right? We're already 29 minutes into this. I know I've went a little bit long here, but folks, I want you to really get what you have your hands on here. So you got to be asking yourself, all right, James, go on and lay it on us. What's this thing going to cost me? Is it $19.97? Is it $9.97? You know, every webinar ends with that, right? Well, we do stuff a little bit different here. Remember how I told you we are intentionally different? Well, we're not going to charge you anything today to be able to utilize our technology. There's literally a zero out-of-pocket expense to access our technology, okay? We only make money if you make money. And I'm going to show you what that means here in just a second. Now, there is a $200 minimum deposit to fund your bot. But remember, that doesn't come to us. That's through you and Dart in the integration there. So you're going to get access to that. And by the way, we have step-by-step instructions to literally take you by the hand and walk you all the way through this. I don't care if you're not technical at all. It is so simple from that perspective. So $200 to get started, that makes it available to people worldwide, all right? So it's an awesome deal. So how do we make money? If there's no cost today to use our technology, how do you make money? Well, what we've done is we've created a win-win situation with us, okay? We only make money, Full Velocity only makes money as a company is if our technology performs. If our technology doesn't perform, we don't make any money. So how does that work? Well, we are going to charge a 30% service fee, technology fee, whatever you'd like to call it, of the net profits of our whatever our technology produces, okay? So what does that look like? Well, I want you to imagine for a second that you have, let's say, $10,000 in account profits, okay? Now, to get $10,000 in profits, remember, you're gonna have to have a decent amount of money in there. You could look at this from a day perspective, a month, or a year, because the numbers do not change. But here's the way it works. If someone had a profit of $10,000 in their account, they would actually keep $7,000 of that, okay? $3,000 would be the Full Velocity fee. And I want you to hang around here because you're going to see what we do with this fee, which is very unique. And it's a pretty cool thing I think that you'll like. Okay. So $10,000 in profit, $7,000 goes to the client, the user, whoever put their money into the bot and utilizing the technology. Our fee is 30%. If you look out there in like what I would consider the industry, you see people that are 50-50, 40-60, 60-40, whatever you'd like to call it, 70-30, 80-20. We're right in the middle, okay? So we're very normal as far as that's concerned. So what have you learned so far? Well, number one, it's completely free to access, right? You can join today for completely free. Number two, you can potentially earn up to 7 days a week. I use the word potential because there's also a potential you could lose because this is real. And I know you might be thinking I'm nuts for saying that, but I want to be transparent with you. I want you to really understand that this is real trading. This is not some smoke and mirror show that other people are going to put on for you. So there'll be good times and bad times. We've just happened to be very lucky. And as you can see, we've averaged 2.4% a week since March of 2021. The ease of use, man, it is so simple to get started. Literally, we take you by the hand. Even if you don't even have a wallet set up, we're going to walk you through the process, okay? Dart, the company that we are integrated with, they accept all major cryptocurrency. You can also wire funds in, even if you're international, right? Wire funds in. If you're in the US, you can also Zelle funds, right? So it's such a huge, huge incentive to be able to do business with them. You have 100% liquidity of your funds. We never touch your money. It's yours. You're in control, right? And we only make money if you make money. We can't be any more putting our money where our mouth is than making sure that we don't make money unless you make money. You do understand that, right? We have a huge, huge incentive to make sure our technology works. So at this point in time, you have the gist of what we do, and you might be sitting there in your mind saying, well, man, I know a bunch of people that would be excited about that. And if that's you, I want to talk just really quickly about our affiliate platform. This will only take about 5 minutes, okay? So just hang out with me for just 5 more minutes, and then we'll get you out of here. We do have an affiliate platform that, number one, it's really good, and I'm going to talk about it. But first, you know how it is. I got to talk about the earnings disclaimer. Affiliate commissions are generated from the performance of the Full Velocity bot. There is no guarantee of earnings any affiliate commissions at all. In order to earn an affiliate commission, you must refer others who participate in the bot. And this is 100% based on your efforts of referring others who use the bot. Pretty common sense, but we had to read it. So I want you to think about affiliate marketing just for a second. Even if you're here tonight, you've never participated in any type of affiliate marketing. Do you realize how mainstream it is now? Amazon, Walmart, every major company out there in the world today has an affiliate platform. Every company that you're looking at on the screen has an affiliate platform. Whether you utilize it or not, well, that's up to you. It's completely optional. And by the way, it's completely optional with Full Velocity as well. If you want to refer people, refer people. If you don't, we truly do not care. It doesn't affect your bot performance. It doesn't affect anything. It's completely up to you. If you want to be active and share this with people, we have a really cool way of paying you. If you don't, you just want to use our technology, just do that. That's up to you, right? But for those of you who do want to refer others, I want to talk really quickly about our comp plan. And I know it's kind of cliche for me to say earn while you sleep, but I'm about to show you something that is very different than anything that you've ever seen in the way of being able to earn income for you and your family, okay? So number one, I already said it's 100% optional. It's also completely free. I'm not about to spring on you that, hey, you got to pay $30 a month or $50 a month or $100 a month to utilize our system. We're going to give you all these we're not doing all that, okay? If you want to do it, do it. It's completely free, no fees whatsoever. But before we get into this, I want to talk about what I consider is the holy grail of income when it comes to business. Now, if you ask any entrepreneur out there, what is the number one type of income that you would like to have more of? I guarantee you most of them are going to say residual income, right? Continuity income, income that comes in regardless of whether I go to work. If I go to the beach with my family, if I'm golfing with my friends, if I'm at a kid's soccer game, if I'm at church, if I'm on a mission trip, if I'm flicking my light on or off, it does not matter. That income that comes on without me having to pick up the phone and sell anything. That is the holy grail of business, residual income. What you're going to learn about here today is a way that you can earn an amazing amount of residual income without having to do what other affiliate platforms make you do. Now, what is that? Okay. If you've been in network marketing, direct sales, MLM, affiliate marketing, whatever you want to call it, okay, they all have some similarities. Most of the time, in order for you to, not most of the time, all the time, let's put it this way, you want to earn a residual income. Someone either has to be buying a product every month from you or buying a service, right? Make sure that you're getting your health products. Make sure that you are set up on your auto ship. You're paying your $100 or $300 a month. Make sure that you're paying your service fee for your legal fees, your whatever fees that you are in, right? You got to make sure that they're doing that. You're picking up the phone. You are programmed to talk to your people at the end of the month to make sure that they're doing their payments. Now, why are you programmed that way? Because not only do you want to get paid, the people above you want to get paid as well. So you are trained to do that. I want you to imagine a world, which by the way, there's nothing wrong with that. I just want to be clear. I like that business. I want you to imagine a world where you're not picking up your phone. You're not calling anyone. You're not saying, hey, buy something. They are participating in something that is doing amazing for them. And as long as this bot performs, which it has been doing for over a year, you have an opportunity to earn every single time there's a profit made. I hope you heard that. Every single time there is a profit made inside of our system. That could be 10 times a day. It could be 20 times a day. It could be 0 times a day. But imagine 20 times a day, 10 times a day, even 5 times a day, being able to earn a commission because someone that you referred into Full Velocity earned a profit. That's pretty cool, right? Now to take it a step further, imagine it being in real time, where that real time commission hit you every single time a profit is paid. That is what we do inside of Full Velocity. So with that being said, obviously we've created a win-win-win situation. You're going to win if your people that you profit win. There's the two wins. We profit as a company when everybody profits, right? So it is a win-win-win situation. Again, our money is where our mouth is. And you just get to be that person that refers to someone to something that is awesome. You don't have to be hounding them. You don't have to be pressuring them to do anything. They're going to want to do it. And in fact, when it works, they will want to put even more money in without you picking up that phone and calling them, right? They will want to refer others without you trying to hound them or trying to create some environment of sales pressure. There is no pressure here. It's zero money to get started. If you want to fund it, fund it. If you don't. That's okay. But if you want to invite people, you have a great chance to earn through our comp plan. So if you guys remember, I talked about that 30% fee that we do something really cool with it, right? On the example where someone made $10,000 in profits, remember I said $7,000 will go to that user. $3,000 is the fee that we charge. As a company, we actually take 90% of that, okay? So the 30% fee that we have, it's paid out to our affiliates. So in the example of $10,000, where $7,000 went to the user, we had $3,000 left. $300 of that would go to the company. $2,700 is earmarked for our affiliates. So what does that look like? Well, we have what we call a unilevel, and it is 20 levels deep inside of our platform. If you're brand new to this, I'm going to break it down really simple for you. I'm not going through all 20 levels. You can read this, okay? So we're not going to take all day to do this. I'm almost done. But you got to really listen to this part because it's super cool, okay? So what is level one? You can see level one, 25%. Level one means I personally referred you into the company and you participate in the bot. So I go out there, I find Susie. Susie decides to be part of this. She funds her bot. Susie is my level one. Whatever she earns, okay, whatever her profits are. So in this example, let's say this is Susie's account for a year, okay? This is Susie that we're looking at right here. Susie earned $7,000 of the $10,000. Of this $2,700, I would earn 25% of that because she's on my level one. Not too bad, right? Pretty cool. Imagine having a few people that did that. Imagine having 100 people that did that. Now, if you're on levels 2 through 5, this is the next example I'm going to give, and then you can figure out the rest. 2 through 5, what does level 2 through 5 mean? Well, remember, I invited Susie. She's my level one. Susie goes out there and invites John, okay? So John is now my level 2 and Susie's level 1. Pretty simple, right? So you guys get the hang of this. On level 2, in this exact example, I would earn 10% of what John earned. So if this is John's accounts now, right? John earned that $10,000. He got to keep 7 of it. 3,000 went to the company. As an affiliate, I'm going to get 10% of this 2,700. So that's $270. That's a pretty easy math. I can do that one, right? As you can probably see, being able to go 20 levels deep, being able to invite people, there's no cost to get started. Being able to earn commissions every single time a profit is paid instantly. You take it. There's no waiting a week or a month or a year. You take it whenever you want, along with the profits as well. Full accessibility to your money, full control of it, being able to hit a withdrawal button if you need it. Folks, hopefully this is clicking with you. We are intentionally different than every other company out there. It is by design. We are doing it the right way. We are breaking the mold in this industry. Last thing I want to share with you here are what we call our gears. That's actually our ranks. Gear, like changing gears in a car. That's what it's like. Full velocity, get it? So gear 1 means that you just referred one person. You can earn on all 3 levels. Our goal, you can read this. Our goal is to get you to full velocity. To earn at full velocity, you need to refer 12 people that fund their bot. Remember, it's only $200. So you don't have to have you don't have to have $1 million or any type of volume like that. You need to have 12 people that have an active bot. You earn on all 20 levels. You are considered full velocity rank. That's where you want to be, and you absolutely can be. Last thing I want to say here, and then we're going to wrap this up. Most ranking systems in this industry, what they do is they base everything on the power of three or the power of four, right? Most companies out there. Tell me if you've heard this before. Give me a number two if you've heard this before. Find three and your product is free, or find four and pay no more. Give me a number two if you've heard that before in this industry. Yeah, everyone's heard it, right? Here's the deal. There's a reason why. Most companies know that most people can't refer more than one or two people. And the reason why is because there's the monthly fees. Oftentimes it's products that people may not want or even need. It becomes about the money. We're not like that. When I tell you we are changing this entire game, I'm talking about the affiliate side of it as well. Folks, you're dealing with someone that or something that everyone wants. Everyone wants to participate in crypto. 95% of the world has no idea how to do it. You have a program here that is so designed for newbies and experienced people, and it's going to change so many people's lives. So here's what I'd like to do. I'd like to invite you to get back with whoever sent you here today. Get their link, sign up for free. Remember, it is free to get signed up. Fund your bot if you would like to, and come be part of this movement. We are doing something that has never been done. And I truly mean that. And you are one of the very first people to be part of this. So thank you for taking the time to join us. I hope you enjoyed this presentation, and have a great night. This is a wrap. See y'all. Bye-bye.